Hello, this podcast is just a summary of what you may have missed watching Attack on Titan seasons 1 through 3 and clarifications without spoilers, manga spoilers of what is currently happening in season 4. And if you have not seen it, I would suggest clicking off and watching it. I am going to spoil the entire show as it is out right now. People do get eaten alive in the show, so very quick gore warning if you are interested. Now, I'm going to summarize the plot of seasons 1 and 2 very quickly, as if you've already seen it, because I'm going to assume if you're still listening that you have. So, obviously, season 1 starts off, Eren watches his mom gets eaten after his home is destroyed by the Colossal and the Armored. Then he meets, the main cast when he joins the Survey Corps: Ymir, Krista, Reiner, Bertholdt, Annie, Sasha, Connie, and Jean. Then later we meet Levi and Commander Erwin. And then we have the female Titan arc, which obviously turns out to be Annie, and that's the end of season 1. And then we start season 2. We find out there's Titans in the walls. Connie thinks that one Titan's his mom, and just a season of reveals. So we have, Reiner and Bertholdt like, hey, I'm the Armored and I'm the Colossal. And then we have Ymir becoming the Jaw Titan after she ate their friend. And then we have Krista, becoming Historia Reis as her royal blood entails. And then we see Eren unlock the coordinate after punching the Smiling Titan. And that's the end of season 2. And now we're going to start season 3 with a bit more summary. So, the main cast is now the new Levi squad after the female Titan killed the old Levi squad. And then we see Kenny. We meet Kenny, Levi's uncle, Kenny the Ripper, doing the whole thing with the first Interior squad. And this is when the show starts to take a turn, as Levi says that they're going to start killing people instead of Titans. And this is actually not the first turn of the show. We get a little bit of this foreshadowing. In season 1, I believe it's episode 15 or 16, we see Commander Erwin ask Eren, who do you think the enemy is? All the way back in season 1 when they knew nothing. And we're here in season 3. They have went from killing Titans to now we're here at people. And, this is the whole thing, Eren and Historia are going over Eren's dad's crimes. Crimes, I say with a quote, because it was a crime to the Reese family that he stole the founding Titan from them, And we see Erwin plan this coup d'etat, which is basically like the military takes over the government, if you do not know what that is. And I'm going to sum up exactly what happened there just really quickly, because it was confusing for me until I had to watch it back a few times. So basically, they were trying to end the Survey Corps because they were getting a lot of information about the Titans, and, the government wanted to keep control of the people. So they were getting too much information. They're like, no, we got to cut it. So they blamed the Survey Corps for the murder of that one businessman, Reeves, even though we both, the audience knows that it wasn't them. So basically they hold a trial for Erwin because he is on trial because he's a leader of the Survey Corps. And so he was like, no, I've done everything for humanity, his whole big humanity speech. And then he says specifically they need to reclaim Wall Maria, because if they don't, the citizens will compete for resources and kill each other. And so he cares about the future of humanity. And so the aristocrats are like the people in charge, and the king, I say with air quotes because we know he was a figurehead, they laugh at him and they're like, no, we have humanity's best interests at heart, that's not going to happen under our watch, you're the one who's endangering us and stuff like that. So then these soldiers come in and they're like, oh my gosh, Titans are at Wall Sina, which is the main wall, the capital, and there's Titans here right now. What do we do? And then the aristocrats immediately vote to close the walls and have everybody on the outside die, which completely contradicts their last point. And at this point, Erwin has the full support of the rest of the military, because we know that there's the garrison and then there's the military police. And the garrison and the military police knew of Commander Erwin's plans, but they did not support him yet. After realizing that the aristocrats were going to do nothing to help the citizens in a hypothetical situation, because it was just basically a bluff to get them to, say this. So after saying, we don't care about the citizens, just have us be saved, so Erwin gets the full support of the other two branches of the military, thus making it a successful coup d'etat. I'm sorry if I explained that poorly. I tried to do my best. So then, Historia refuses to eat Eren when they're over there in that crystal little cave thing. And she breaks the vial, and then her dad, Rod Reese, just licks it up and becomes this weird caterpillar titan thing. It was very ugly. Did not enjoy that at all. So after the successful coup d'etat, obviously they have full control of the government. It is currently now a military government. And so after Historia has this whole big, dancing scene of her, you know what I'm talking about? Like, she was dancing in the air with her ODM gear. She was so pretty. Anyways, so she kills Rod in front of all the citizens, and then she later becomes queen, because she has the royal blood, and that was Erwin's plan all along, because he's just goated like that. And so then Kenny has the Titan serum, and he gives it to Levi, and then that's obviously used later for the big decision between Commander Erwin and Armin. But something that's kind of, I think, glossed over is that when Eren and Historia are having that whole big thing in the cavern, because of the royal blood, Eren is able to remember his father's memories. He's able to unlock the founding and the Attack Titan memories, because I think it was like coming in like very, like, yeah, there was a lot of flashbacks in the show where it was like fuzzy and it wasn't really, like, it wasn't good, but now he's like getting clear memories. So now we see Grisha's life within the walls. He apparently had amnesia, and he was outside of the walls, and he learned to live life within the walls. He became a doctor, married Carla, Eren's mom, and then had Eren. And that is the first thing we see. So after they get into the basement, we find out that there are life outside the walls. Like, there's a whole other area, and this is where we're going to get into just more of like more detail. So, like, as we see in the last few episodes of season 3, we actually see Marley, which is the place outside of the walls. And now, to clarify, Marley hates the Eldians because they're scared. Like, it's honestly, I can't even tell you like exactly why, but the way I see it personally is because of whatever happened in the war, and they go over so much exposition that I can't say in the season 4, the declaration of war episode. Like, he explains everything. So if you were still confused, I would suggest watching that a few times. But, Marley is only oppressing the Eldians because they are scared of what they truly can be, which is Titans. Like, they would rather oppress them and keep them contained than have them like rebel and take over the government, because Eldians are fully able to. If they are, the whole thing is like they can become Titans, So this is a big thing here, because we see Grisha marry Dina, the last Eldian and Marley with royal blood, and then have Zeke. So Zeke is obviously Eren's half brother, and he has royal blood in him, which is why he's able to control these Titans. But the thing about Dina is that she has royal blood, and she's a smiling Titan. That is a very big key point as to why Eren was able to have the coordinate in season 2, because he touched someone with royal blood, which what unlocked the coordinate. The same thing happens when he kisses Historia's hand. He is able to see all of these memories because Historia has royal blood. And so when Grisha, Eren's dad, gets the Attack Titan, he meets Eren Kruger. And Eren Kruger is the Attack Titan that had him before him. He was the Owl government spy in the Marleyan government. And so this is essential because clearly Grisha names Eren after Eren, and then when Eren is infiltrating Marley in season 4, he goes by the name Kruger. So it's like a full like loop. Okay, and then now, let me just scroll down. So while Eren has this name Kruger, he befriends Falco Grice. And now, as we see in I think the last episode of when Eren is on the bench, we see Eren's grandpa talk about how like the Grice, he needs to leave Falco alone because the Grice have to atone for their crimes. This is because Grisha, Eren's dad, and I forgot his name, Grice, we'll just go by the last name, and another Grice were part of the Eldian restoration groups, and, obviously Grisha is one who failed Grice. So now we're seeing generations of the Jaegers failing the Grices because Eren obviously betrayed Falco for the letters and everything like that as the name Kruger. Like, it's so connected. It's insane. And as we saw in Ymir's backstory in season 2, when she is, turned into a Titan and thrown over the edge, that is how Paradis has dealt with all these Titans before, because they turned all of the people all the Eldians who had committed crimes into Titans, and they sent them to Paradis. So, the Eldian restorations the the people a part of the Eldian restoration group were all eventually turned into a Titan. And so when we see at the end of season 3 of them going to the beach and we see Eren like touch a Titan, he's like, I think this is a Patriot. That was actually Falco's uncle Grice, because they look familiar, and you can see a preview of his Titan after he was turned over to the Edge. And so it's just insane the way they've connected everything. Like, I have so much to go over in so little time. Like, I don't even know if I can get everything. I wrote out 5 pages, and here I am already at my limit. All right, guys, so this will probably be a part 1, and I'm going to end it right here, and thank you for listening.